What's up, everybody? Welcome to Questions with ACEU. Today, we are bringing on board the next big thing in NRG Valorant. His name is eeiu, and he's ready to go crazy. If you're new here, drop a sub, drop a like, drop whatever you can. This is where all the new NRG Valorant content's going to be, and you don't want to miss it. I promise. All right, so eeiu, my man, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Fantastic now that you're here, Can we talk about your name? How did you get the name eeiu first? Like, where did that come
from? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I just put together a bunch of random vowels when I was a kid. I was learning like the AEIOUs, and I just put together the vowels. I took away the A.
Wow, that's perfect. You snapped.
Yeah, I made the alias.
Punched your keyboard and said, let's go with that.
Yeah, it's clean.
So can you tell us about your past experience as a competitor?
Yeah, so I've played a lot of games. I haven't really gone professional in many of the games that I've played, but I've always enjoyed playing competitive games. In CS, I didn't reach like a high level, but I came up there with like advanced and stuff like that, and I'd pug with my friends all the time. I always enjoyed competing in these type of games. I didn't really enjoy like the sort of like casual single player games with campaigns and stuff. So Valorant's like a fresh feel for me.
You're too competitive for the normie stuff.
Yeah,
you gotta be best of the best, right?
Yeah.
You're too cracked.
Of course.
Oh man, so how long have you been playing Valorant?
Oh man, like ever since I remember they used to upload like Twitter clips onto the Twitter before the game was about to come out. I would watch the Twitter clips with my friends. We'd all talk about how fun the game looks. We'd always want to play the game. The second I got the key, I remember it was like 3 days after they started releasing keys. I watched all of the streams, had them open. I did the thing where you get like 24 tabs open and stuff like that. I couldn't get a key for like 3 days. I got a key, instantly started grinding the game. I've been playing a lot, like 10 hours plus every day, just grinding the game ever since the beta, really. So 3 days into the beta.
Are you putting so much time in because you love the game and you're addicted, or you think it's the next big thing and you just want to be the best?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, originally in the beta, I could just play the game nonstop. I could probably play the game for 48 hours and just not be bored of it.
Wow.
I'm grinding a lot of Valorant because at this point, like where I'm at right now, I want to be better than everybody. It's no longer at the point where like I want to play casuals with my friends. I just want to enjoy the game. Now I really want to improve and make sure that I'm better than everybody that I'm competing against, to be honest.
I mean, you're on NRG, so you're already better than everybody else, bro.
True,
I'm so proud of you, man.
True.
So speaking of NRG, what made you want to join NRG?
Yeah, so NRG has a lot of like big names that I've heard of over the past. Dizzy was originally on NRG. I remember when you and him were playing Apex, you guys made a team with, I believe, Marshall. I watched NRG. Yep. I heard about NRG a lot back then. They had a really big CS team with a bunch of big names as well, with Breezy being like the main one that I looked up to. Of course, we got Damien, we got Daps on the team as well. It's an honor to team with him now too. I've heard a lot about NRG as well, a lot of good things from people like Damien, people like Chet, and it always seemed like a good name and a good type of organization in comparison to some others. So it makes me happy to join NRG.
Hey, they're a great org, man. You're gonna love it here, I promise.
NRG fam.
For real, look at you. So what role are you going to be playing for the team?
So right now there's a lot of like meta shifts and everything. Currently I'm playing like an initiator type of role for the team, so things like Breach, Sova. We're at the point right now where there's the new initiator coming out, Sky. I don't know how to say her alias or her name, but we've got the new initiator coming out. Those type of agents, like the initiators. We got Breach, Sova. I'll be doing like the flashing, the droning, the darts, giving my team wall hacks and stuff like that.
All right. Have you been playing more Breach ever since the new buff?
Oh, Breach is so good on Split now. We only really have him on Split because we run like, at least currently, we do some more like duelist standard things, but Breach is really, really good on Split. Every time we play Split, it's by far like our strongest map, and definitely Breach is like a factor part of that.
Right, those 3 flashes are ridiculous.
They are insane.
I can't believe that. They just gave them 3 flashes.
You need to hear the comms. Like, people want to peek mid, and I'm just flashing 3 times. Flashing mid, flashing again, keep peeking.
Oh my god. Actually just chaos.
It's insane.
Alright, so you mentioned Sova. So as a Sova, how do you feel about the skill gap of the agent? Do you think there's too many lineups? Do you think it's hard to find all the lineups? Or how does it fit you?
So the good part about having someone like Chet is Chet helps a lot. I would say Chet's probably like one of the best coaches, if not the best coach in Valorant. He puts in a lot of work and he puts in a lot of time. So learning the dart lineups and everything becomes way easier with someone like Chet. Sova itself, I feel like, is really, really strong, and I feel like there's only a few type of people that can play Sova because you need really good comms. You need to make sure your team knows what's happening when your dart is back up, what you're droning, what's clear, when people can rotate and where they rotate, stuff like that. The dart lineups aren't all too bad with someone like Chet, but I can assume if you didn't have a coach like Chet, it could be really, really hard to memorize and get everything down.
So does he give you all your lineups for you, or do you also figure yourself and you'll find
so far, the majority of my lineups, probably like 70-80%, came from like a doc that Chet sent me.
Wow, he's a real one. That's
the boy, the boy. Chet needs a raise, double the salary. The best coach in Valorant.
Actually, not biased at all.
Nah, not at all.
So what are your thoughts on the constant meta changes for comp? Like, you have the Sage nerfs coming in, you have op nerfs, you have new agents being added.
I mean, I like it. In CS, they didn't really ever kind of update the game. Like Valve, I don't think it's that they hated CS, but updating a game like CS is pretty hard because a lot of stuff can change. Like when they released the R8, for example, they had like a one-shot body shot, and you had like full running accuracy. I feel like it was hard for them to change CS without breaking it. I kind of enjoy how Valorant is changing every now and then. Like the Sage was originally really, really OP. The op was, I mean, some people like to say it wasn't OP. I personally hated dying to the op, so I always enjoy a nice op nerf. The new agents are also really fun. I feel like it creates like a breath of fresh air for people that want to, you know, continue playing the game and not play the same old boring game every day. But also at the same time, like CS has been the same game and people like to play it 24/7 and all that stuff. They're still grinding the game, but I don't know. You never know. Chess will have an update before CS has another update at this point. Something like that.
But yeah, it's cool how Valorant is like, it's constantly changing. The meta's always going to be changing. You're going to have to adapt. You can't just be like too, let's get stale if you play the same people and you're just going to fall out of meta. So it'll be cool to see how all the teams adapt. What are your first impressions of the team so far? Is everybody clicking really well? Is the chemistry there?
Yeah, I think we all see the game the same way. I remember when we first went into a server, like day 1 or day 2, we were all talking about stuff and talking about how we want to play, and everybody like looked at it the same way. There wasn't somebody that just wanted to swing while other people wanted to hold. We're all kind of on the same page there. Like obviously Chet helps a lot on these type of things as well. Damien as well, being like an experienced IGL and having built his own rosters before. These two have like their experience in knowing how to do these things, right? Like when a problem arises, Chet will probably know what to do, how to settle it, and stuff like that. I think it's really good.
Is DAPS your first like structured IGL that you've like been able to play under?
Yeah, technically DAPS is like probably the best IGL that I've played with and played under right now. He understands things a lot. Obviously he has to like learn like the ins and outs of the game since he basically switched like not too long ago, a week or two. So he's learning like how to handle all of the abilities and stuff, because stuff is it's a lot more fast paced in the sense that there's a lot more going on. But he thinks about stuff way more than other people think about stuff. Like he goes in depth when he thinks about certain things in the game, and I don't think other IGLs do.
I mean, that's exactly what you need in an IGL. So
of course, 400 IQ.
So what's something unique you're able to bring to the table?
I think I can play like a lot of agents. I think I can adapt to almost anything in the meta, which is really important for something like Valorant. I feel like if you're a type of player where, you know, you can only play Jet op or something like that, and the op gets nerfed, Jet gets nerfed, what happens, right? You need to be able to adapt. I think like my comms, for example, and stuff make it so I can really adapt to anything that I'm given. And I feel like in the future of Valorant, that's kind of what it's going to be all about, right? Adapting to your agents, adapting to the meta, seeing what you guys can do as a team. Because let's say Breach comes into meta and he's really OP. Nobody on your team can play Breach. Well, now you've got a problem.
Exactly. It's all about being flexible, and apparently that's where you are. That's your strong point. So hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, what are you looking forward to the most in this team? Do you want to grow together as a family? Do you want to be the best in the world? Where is it for you?
I mean, I'm really, the franchising is a really, really big thing for me. You know, you've seen like the Worlds 2020 for League of Legends. They're still hosting it during COVID. I really want to grow as a team. You know, Valorant Worlds 2021 or something like that. We're at the LAN. Sounds like really awesome, especially having people like Chet and Damien. You know, Kohler, cracked aimer, absolutely out of his mind. Sam, cracked aimer. It's absurd. So I'm super hyped to play with the people on the team, but at the same time, I want to see where like it takes us, and I want to grow with the people on the team as like the meta shifts and stuff changes, see where we can progress, see how we can come until, you know, the Valorant Worlds or something comes along.
Wow. So honestly, I can't wait to see you just raise the trophy, man.
Of course.
It's going to be amazing. All right. Well, honestly, I feel like I learned a lot about you, EU. I've known you for a while, but I still didn't know who you were. I feel like we
Mhm.
changed that here.
Of course, of course. I'm always down to talk more. The NRG fam. We're
My
family
man, my
now.
man. Yep, yep. So, EU, is there anything that you want to say? Any last words?
Well, if you guys enjoyed the video, just be sure to hit the like button and comment down below what you guys want to see on this channel. There's a bunch of NRG Valorant stuff that's going to be uploaded here on this channel. So if you want, you can stay updated. Be sure to hit that sub button, turn on the post notifications, and thanks for watching the interview.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about.